In Ephesians 6 it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." And in the Salton Ginsburg translation, some of the older translations, it even says worldly governors. So the governors of this world are involved with the fallen angels and principalities. So when we are fighting in different ways in the spiritual realm, we don't know what strongholds are there and how strong they are and how much prayer it would take to actually fight and break these strongholds. That's what spiritual warfare is. Many missionaries go out for mission trips, and you may say, well, what good is it just to feed a few people some food? Well, there is good in that. But what they're also doing is not just preaching the word and giving people a cup of cold water. They are actually going just to pray. They go to places, to what they call strongholds, and they will pray over some kind of temple or some kind of location that is so spiritually dark that they need to call upon the Lord's armies to actually fight against the principalities that have a, quote, stronghold, like in a war, like they have, walls, spiritual walls of battlement, and that these things can be torn down in the spiritual realm. So if we could even see the spiritual realm, it would be pretty crazy. Now, I have gone to different countries, and I used to do this very thing when I was younger and in my early adulthood. We would do mission trips, travel over the world, and in different locations around the world, there are different feelings and different spirits, different strongholds in different countries and different cultures. And when we were on the other side of the world from America, that world is even older, and you can feel this history that is much stronger and deeper and darker than even like in America. It might feel like, quote, younger. So it's very interesting if you get into all of this. But when we pray, we are affecting strongholds. In 2 Kings 6, Elisha, the prophet of God, was praying to the Lord because an army was sent against him. And he was answering his servant, who was afraid of this army, and he said, "Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them." And Elisha prayed and said, "Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes, that he may see." And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. So horses and chariots of fire are a part of the Lord's angel armies. Another astounding thing that happens when we pray to the Lord and we have a relationship with the Lord is something that happened in Exodus 32 and other places in the Bible.